Let's look at the phases of the moon using this phases of the moon generator that's on our blog. You'll notice that the position of the moon as it travels around the Earth or as it orbits the Earth can be followed on the left-hand side. And on this side it shows the phases of the moon. Currently we're in the new moon phase where you cannot see the moon. So as the moon moves around the Earth, the phases will change, always from right to left. The phases always go from right to left. So watch as we watch the moon travel around the Earth here. As it's moving from a new moon up to the first quarter moon, you'll see it's growing from right to left. You always name the lit portion of the moon. We never look at the dark side, we're always looking over here at the lit side. And the lit side is in the shape of a crescent, so we call this a crescent moon. And because the moon is growing in size or in the amount of light that you see, this is called waxing. When the moon appears to be growing or getting more lit, it's called waxing. So this is a waxing crescent. As we continue to move, you'll see that it goes all the way to a first quarter moon. This is the first half moon that you see in a phase cycle of the moon. Notice how we're still growing from right to left. And as we continue, it grows more and more, but not quite. There's all the way. There's still a sliver of moon still not showing. This is still growing, so it's still called a waxing moon. But now instead of a crescent shape, it's called a gibbous moon. And as the moon traveled halfway around the Earth, we now have what's called a full moon, when it's completely lit. Now as the moon continues to move around and make its way towards a new moon, when it's not lit up, it means the moon is going to start disappearing or start to die. So you'll see it start to get darker from right to left. Notice that a crescent area has been taken away, but we always name the lit portion. Since more than half of it is lit up, it's still called a gibbous moon, but now that it's dying off, we call it a waning gibbous. We'll do this all the way up until the third quarter moon. This is a half moon, but notice how we're going from right to left. It's getting darker as we go. And before we get to the final new moon, it is dying away some more. And we name the lit portion. It's a crescent moon, and it's still disappearing, so we call it a waning crescent. And finally, as it goes around, we have a new moon. So watch the cycle one more time without stopping and notice how it grows from right to left until it's a full moon, and then it will disappear or start to turn dark from right to left until it becomes a new moon again. Watch carefully. Right to left, and we finish.